Hey everyone, welcome to the Bitcoin update for today. It is April 7th, 2020. This is a very nice, let's see here, what is today? Today's a Tuesday afternoon. It's almost 3 p.m. Eastern time. And I do want to give a real quick update on Bitcoin. It's been kind of moving, ever so slowly. But of course, before I get into this isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. You are responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research. I'm just giving my opinion on the market. I'm just a guy. Just a guy, everybody. All right, anyway, so let's go ahead and move into the charts, take a look at this and see what it is that we are looking at today. I'm going to try and make it real quick because not a whole lot has changed since yesterday. Of course, we've moved up. We made a little bit of a double top at about, up here at about 74. 7450, tried to reach 7500, didn't quite get there. Let's just go ahead and kind of zoom in just a little bit on this. Let's move over here, take a look and see what I'm kind of expecting to happen. Okay, so do I think that Bitcoin has topped out here? No, I don't think it has. I don't think it has, and let me just tell you why I think that. I do think that we are still in the midst of a little bit of an impulse here. I see a lot of people really trying to short the top here. I do think that we are going to move up, but that doesn't mean that I don't think we're going to come back first. I do think we are going to make a little bit of a pullback here. But again, taking a look at this, we're starting from all the way down here, the big move down. We've got a 1, A, B, C into the 2. And then we've got a nice impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 3. And then basically an A, B, C, so A, B, C into the A, B, C into the B, and then an A, B, C into the C to complete the 4. And now we're going to be taking a look at the completion of this last move, this 5 here. So we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4. Not a real big fan of this. I'm not a real big fan. I'm just living with it for the time being. But really what I'm expecting for this to be is to be kind of at a little bit of an extended fifth. Is this going to be it? It's possible. I do not like the amount of time it took for this 4 to complete. So, we took a little bit of time here to complete this 2. We took a little bit more time here to complete this 4. But as far as the velocity in which we completed the 1 and the velocity in which we completed my proposed 3, which I'm not a real big fan of, we're taking too long on this last move. We're taking way too long on this. From up here, I hedged short, right? So if you're on the Discord, you know that I hedged short up here. I do think we're going to come back down, probably to retest 7,050. Maybe we come down here to this horizontal, which is coincidentally here at the top of the 3. So we can pull this out. We can take a look at this a little better. Pull this out here. Possible we come back down here. This is at 69.50, just for the record. That's at 69.50. I'm not in love with the way that this is working itself out, if I'm being completely candid with everybody. I'm not a real big fan of this. This does look like this is a 1 that is completed, and we're working on finishing the 2 here. I'd be looking to buy at about 7,050 or so. But, taking a look at the indicators, we've got the 1 hour that looks just awful. The 1 hour looks like, it is going down. We had some bearish divergence here. The 3 hour is continued to move its way down. The 12 hour is the only hope that's left, but it is still in overbought conditions. It's in overbought conditions. It looks like it is getting close to being exhausted. So once this 1 hour finally does reset itself, it wouldn't surprise me one bit for us to make another leg up. So if bulls want to take control and there's no sellers that are there to sell into a move to the upside, it wouldn't surprise me for this 1 hour to work itself up and to move its way to higher prices. But still, I'm not a real big fan of the way that the chart looks here. I'm not a real big fan of this. What I am certain of is that we are going to be pulling back. We're going to be pulling back, at least to 7,100. My guess is we're probably going to come back to 7,050 to maybe 6,950, somewhere in this range. You've got a high probability trade set up right down here. And we've got this right here. This is probably the area that I would be looking to place some bids. Right now we're sitting at 7,300. So we're talking about a $200 to $300 drop from where we currently are. Could you short that? Well, I think the short play was up here closer to 7,500 if you ask me, because we are now basically $200 already, into this move. We had our first move and then a pullback, and now I'm expecting us to come back down here again. So it could be we're doing ABC, ABC, and then an ABC to finish this move down here into the 2. Again, we're coming down here from this 4, and we're saying, all right, well, we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1, and then we've got basically an ABC here down here into the 2. Again, it's going to take a little bit of time. The amount of time it took to complete this 1, I believe we're probably going to see an A, and then a B, and then a C down here to finish the 2. Okay, so if you want me to put this into waves, basically from up here, we've got an A, B, C into the A, B, C into the B, and then an A, a B, and a C into this 2. And that would basically complete that correction. Again, it's all freehand drawing, so we don't know how that's going to go. And by the way, again, if this is your first time watching, I do all of my charts in real time. I didn't prepare any of this ahead of time other than just maybe looking at the chart. But the indicators say we're going to go down. It could be that it takes a while. It could be that this actually moves its way, out here, that it just takes a lot more time for this to happen. I don't think that's going to happen though. I think we're probably going to come back down here probably within the next, I don't know, maybe 12, 24 hours. We're probably going to move ourselves back down here to 7,050, 6,950. Again, in that range, that's where I'm going to be looking for getting some, maybe some spot buys again. I'm not really sure. I've got my head short, but I still am holding on to my long. I'm long again from 6,020. I'm long from down here, and I'm planning on holding that at least until maybe we lose 7,000 with enough force that I believe we're probably going to come down. I'm head short from up here, so this whole pullback, basically I'm making money on the short, but I'm basically losing money on the long. But in essence, I still believe we're going to see higher prices. So I'm holding on to this long for now, and I'm hedging short, and I'm going to be closing it again down here at about 7,050. If it goes a little lower than that, so be it. I'll take my profit on the hedge short, and still being leveraged long from down here at 6,020. So that's kind of what I'm expecting us to do now. How high are we going to go? I think we do have potential that we're going to come up here at least into the median of this. So this is sitting right here. We'll call it 8,000 just to be nice and even. I think it's very possible we come up here. If we break 8,000, then we can see from the channel that I've been keeping an eye on for a long time, coming up here to this would make a whole lot of sense. This is about 85, 8,600, and then finally to finish that move, just shy of 9,000. So everybody loves to talk about 9,000. The Vegeta memes are going to be out and rampant. If we do get up to 9,000, I would be very interested in closing out of that long position from 6,000. Taking a $3,000 move would be quite nice, but nonetheless, I would be looking to really get hefty into short positions up at 9,000 if we happen to get up there. But now the question is, what does this mean for altcoins, right? What does this mean for altcoins? Well, first off, for altcoins to really have a good move to the upside, Bitcoin needs to just sort of stay moving sideways, stay boring. And then once you see those altcoins start to pop off, that would be the point where I would be saying, okay, well, more than likely what's going to happen is Bitcoin's going to do one final rally, and then that's where it's going to cut off. So if we do see this just continue to move sideways, I think altcoins probably can see a little bit of relief to the upside. And then when you see Bitcoin make that last move up, that's when I say that that's probably a good time to be selling into it, and we're probably going to see lower prices on Bitcoin, which is also going to ruin altcoins as well. Strong alts are probably going to be fine, but a lot of them are going to be correlated to Bitcoin as far as the as far as the USD price action goes. As soon as Bitcoin starts to get volatile, that's when altcoins are going to start to follow Bitcoin. But as long as Bitcoin's staying consistently in a specific price range, that's when you're going to see altcoins start to get a little more volatile. But until then, I'm going to be waiting for this pullback down here to about 7,000 to 7,050, and then that's where I'll be covering my short hedge and be looking for continuation move to the upside from there. This red trend line, let me pull this up here so we can see this. This red trend line is pretty important. So we've got a touch here. We've got a touch right here, and it didn't quite touch here at this level. It touched here. If we break this red trend line, that's where I'm going to be getting out of my long position if we break this, right? My plan right now is to close it just shy of 9,000. No, excuse me. My plan right now is to get rid of my leverage long position just shy of 9,000. But if we break this red trend line, I'll be more than happy to cut it there. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. So just keeping an eye on this. And then the question is always, is Bitcoin, heavily correlated to other assets? I'm going to pull up another chart here for us to take a look at. And basically what I'm looking at here, I'm taking a look at, 15-minute chart. So we've got Bitcoin pulling down. We've got, mining companies pulling down. I'm keeping an eye on some of these things on here. But here's the S&P. S&P is pulling down. Bitcoin is pulling down. Boeing is pulling down. You've got Facebook that looks like it's just teetering, looking like it's about ready to pull down. This Newmont Corporation, which is a mining company, we've been kind of playing this a little bit. We sold this about $50, maybe a little over $50 yesterday. It is pulling down. A lot of the market looks very, very heavy right now, and Bitcoin is just another one of those assets that is correlated. Now, just because it's correlated doesn't mean it's going to move in the same percentage moves that its correlated asset moves. So what I mean by this is, so the S&P had a nice gap to the upside, right? And Bitcoin has just been kind of just hanging out there, right? But when the S&P looks like it's going to be moving down, Bitcoin also looks like it wants to move down as well. But which one is going to move more? At this point, what I can say is Bitcoin made the largest move when it went down to 3,600, 3,700, wherever it was that it bottomed out back on the 13th of March, 12th or 13th of March. The S&P didn't quite move as much from a percentage point of view. Bitcoin dropped like 50%, or maybe it was a little more than that. It dropped dramatically. And the S&P, the furthest it's gone down from its all-time high was only about 30%. So Bitcoin moved a lot more than the S&P did. All right. Well, S&P has rebounded quite a bit, but Bitcoin has rebounded more. So Bitcoin's rebounded about 100%, where S&P has only rebounded maybe like 25, 30%, something like that. All this to say, at this point, I think Bitcoin is going to make the bigger moves on these plays. So the S&P, yeah, I do think is probably going to fall. I think it's going to fall, basically, from here, maybe down to like 200 sometime this year. I think probably it's going to be more like June when it does finally hit that 200, 180, 200 level. Bitcoin, I don't think is going to fall as far. But now from the upside move, I think when the S&P does start to move to the upside, I think Bitcoin is going to move more. I think Bitcoin is going to have more upside momentum than downside momentum when it's correlated with the S&P. So keep that in mind as well. I know that's a complicated subject to discuss on a video. If you want to discuss this in further detail, I'll be more than happy to discuss it on the Discord server. And again, if you want to access the Discord server, just throw in a comment in the YouTube chat. I'll be more than happy to get an invite code out to you there. But for right now, I do think that we do have a potential move down to 7,050. If Bitcoin continues to flag the way that it is, taking a look here on the 50-minute time frame, I'll be looking to probably get out of that short position because it looks like a bullish consolidation if it continues in this fashion. But we'll keep an eye on things and continue to keep you updated on the Discord. But if this video did help you in any way, shape, or form, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I wanted to keep it kind of short today. I think 14 minutes is good. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, good night, good evening. Stay happy, stay healthy, and be safe.